Lovely, guys. So skipping class here. What we're going to do, guys, we're just going to have a little talk about why you may or may not have dubs to get started. And then we're going to move in. We're just going to do like a really super quick warm up. And then we're going to do some double under practice. And the goal, guys, is for you to take away from this something that you can work on. I had this conversation with Jackie last week. It's not like coaching double unders from my perspective. There's only so many times that I can say, go again, go again, go again, try this, try that, right? Skipping is one of those things that you really need to spend time doing. So before I teach you anything or we go through any points of performance today, I want you guys to make a commitment to doing this 5 minutes a day, no more, because you'll get frustrated and pissed off with yourself, but just 5 minutes a day. And you're going to basically take what we do and apply it to those 5 minutes on your own. Because as I sit here, I can write, all right, go again. But it's really just something that you need to spend time doing. Okay. So even though we're going to work through today, it's just going to be a short session. Just make that commitment to kind of do your 5 minutes. And like, guys, it's super handy. Do it before, do it after your normal Zoom class. You're not going to have any sort of intensity. You're just doing some skill work, right? It'll be as much neurological as it is physical. Okay. Guys, when we talk about dubs, generally two issues that we see that people are not getting double unders, or the reasons why they're not, it's either going to be timing, or it's going to be a lack of coordination, or in Donald's case, it's going to be both. No, I'm joking. It might be that it might tease like, yeah, it might be the two of them. So as you practice, guys, it's about the timing. It's about the coordination of when am I jumping? When am I flicking the wrist? Where is the rope in space? And am I giving it enough time to travel under my feet twice? Okay. Some of this, guys, the reason what we're going to do for your warm up is going to be just to turn your brain on and make sure you're thinking about when you're jumping. So if you guys are ready and set, let's find some open space. We're going to start with a plate tap warm up. You guys have all done this in the gym before, but I want you to imagine that I've given you that 5-kilo plate and you are going to set it in between your feet. And what we're going to do is try to jump on and off that plate for 20 seconds, taking a 10-second rest. So I'm going to stand like have that plate in between, and I'm going to jump on and off. And I want you to count your reps, guys. So you're going to do this 3 times, and you're going to count the reps for each of the 3. Okay? Starting, guys. Oh, my watch turned off there again. Starting in 3, 2, 1, 20 seconds. Nice and fast, guys. Make sure you're counting your reps. On and off is 1. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, stop. Quickly shout out your number. Actually, you're on mute. Just remember that number. Next time you can unmute yourself. Okay, you're on mute. Whatever number you guys got, I want you to try to beat it. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice and fast. You guys should have all been Irish dancers. 3, 2, 1, stop. Did everybody beat it? If you didn't, put your hand up. Same as Donald was the same. Lovely, guys. You've one more attempt here. One more attempt to try to beat it. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Fast as you can go, guys. 20 seconds. Last 5. Come on, guys. Go, 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 go. And stop. Did anyone not? Danielle got it. Lovely. Did anybody not beat their score? KB. Okay. But you got it the second round, didn't you? You beat your first score. Perfect. Actually, guys, will you just come into your screens and unmute yourselves so we can chat? There's not enough of us. This way I can get some feedback from you as well. And if you guys put yourselves on gallery view, you'll be able to see all of us, or at least pin my video so you can see if you want to do that. Guys, I want you to grab your skipping rope and I want you to give me 50 single under skips. Just warming up the coordination, right? 50 single under skips. soon as you have that done, guys, you can set that rope down. What we're gonna do, guys, is 4 small hops into a big hop. We're gonna do this without any rope, so you can put that away. And I just have a quick look here at me. I'm gonna show you what I want to see you do. Now, something that I went over with Jackie and Sarah last week was not kind of bulky. I don't want you to fold at the hips. Anytime you're skipping, our goal should be to stay up and down. Think about a bunny rabbit hopping on its tippy toes. I want you guys high on your toes, and I essentially don't want you to fold in the middle. I want you to jump straight up off your toes. So what I'm going to look for, guys, you're going to do 4 hops. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And your 5th one, guys, is a bigger jump. And if you want to use your hands, that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a big jump. Okay? All I want you guys to do is 4 and 1. And I want you to do 3 and 2 big hops. And I want you to do 2 and 3 big hops. We're going to work down in the small hops and up in the big hops. You're going to finish with 5 really big jumps. Okay, so first off, guys, we're going to do 4 small and 1 big, and then take a break. Off you go. So looking at you guys, go ahead and rest for a second. Looking at you guys, that big hop should be like twice as high. Those little hops should only be a couple inches, like you would have done with those single under skips. Your big jump should be as high as you can get up off the floor. Okay, let's try 3 small hops and 2 big hops back to back. Big and big. Okay, ready, go. Love.
Jump.
Now, guys, we're going to change that. We're going to do 2 small hops and 3 big hops. Ready, set, go. Lovely. Now we're going to do 1 little hop and 4 big hops. Lovely, guys. Now, just 5 big hops. Lovely, guys. Now, if you notice, as you were linking those larger hops together, you weren't jumping as high as you were when you just did the 1 hop. Did everybody notice that when they did 4 + 1, it was like this massive big jump? But then by the time, I especially was watching KB because she was sideways there, when she was doing 5 big hops, they were just kind of medium jumps, right? You were never getting massively high off the ground, but they were much bigger than the low hops, okay? That is what we want to take forward as we do these double under or single under skips. I want you guys to come into the screen real quick and have a quick look at me. I'm going to demo 10 single under skips, and then I'm going to do 10 double under skips. And I don't want you guys thinking about the rope or when he changes or what he does, whatever. I just want you looking at my feet and the distance that I come up off the ground, okay? Hopefully I don't mess this up now, right? Right? Pretty small skips. And I think if I were better at single under skips, I could probably even make that a smaller hop, right? Now have a look at the distance that I jump for a double under. Right? Does everybody kind of notice how much difference there is in the 2 of those? Okay? Not that you can't, but until you're a double under wizard, you need to jump higher in order to let that rope go under twice. Okay? Does that make sense for everybody? Everybody with me? So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to go back through. We're going to add in your skipping rope. And what we're going to start with is 4 single under skips, 1 double under attempt, and stop. I don't want to see a second one. We're 4 + 1 and out. Okay? Let's try that. Yep, and you guys can keep going, but it's always just 4 + 1. So reset, maybe do that 5 or 6 times, just so I can see everybody. Lovely. So Jackie, just a little bit higher on the 5th. Lovely. So KB, once you get the 1 or once you get the double under, I just want you to stop. Okay, and then you can reset and go again. Lovely. So T, Make sure you stay on your tippy toes. Don't let those heels anywhere near the floor. Actually, T, before you go, can you just adjust your screen a little bit so I can see your toes? There you go. Look at that. All right, guys, perfect. So have a quick listen in. Some of you need to continue practicing there. But what I want to point out, I think everybody maybe except Danielle. Danielle, are you linking like 5s and 10s together yet or no?
Yeah, but they're so come and go, like, you know,
Okay.
that way. Like I tried to do some before a class and I had none, you know.
Okay. Yeah, so looking at everybody else, everybody's doing that bucking a little bit that I was talking about. And that's either folding at the hip or you're bending at the knee, right? This should be all from the ankle. Watch me again and look at my knees and watch how much they bend. Okay? Right? My knee only absorbs that on the way down to about that much of an angle, right? T in particular, you were kind of jumping from the knee. So you go like this, right? And so you're bringing those knees up because you're trying to make time for that rope to travel under. I want you to try to make sure that the wrists are going fast, but you're getting the springiness out of your ankle, not out of the knee. Does that make sense? Let's try that again, guys. I just want your 4 + 1 and rest, reset, and we can do 5 attempts of that, okay? Lovely. Guys, so just pause real quick, guys. Just make sure you're stopping after that 1. So Danielle there, I was looking at you. You kind of did 4 and 1, 3 and 1, 2 and 1, and then you were trying to link them together. You have no plan in your head, so you don't know whether you're going for a double or a single, right? So once you get the double, just stop. Just let it stop and hit you in the legs, okay? 4 + 1, guys. T, I'd love if you unmuted yourself so I could hear what good words you're saying. Oh. Lovely, KB, that was great. Yeah, really nice. So Jackie, are you trying a 3 and 2 there? Yeah, you're one step ahead of me.
I think I might have just done it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah.
I'm trying to really focus on. I know I feel myself bending at the waist.
Yeah.
Try not to, but it's hard.
Okay. Lovely, guys. So let's just pause there real quick. I'm going to use Donal as a demo model here, so you guys can all watch. Everybody else come in. Donal, I'm just going to get you. Donal's like, oh my goodness. Will you give us another couple attempts like that? Don't go down too. Yeah, that's all right. Guys, watch his hands. Okay. Love it. What happens on his double under? Is anybody catching that? Nope. So what's happening is he's pulling his hands behind him. Okay. So when we do this, guys, you can do this with me. I'm actually going to sit back here so I can see you guys at the same time. When I hold my hands and elbows, this is the position that I want to be in. Okay. So if you look at this from here, my hands are in front of me. How far, guys, is going to be judged by your peripheral vision. Okay. So when you guys look straight forward, we can do this drill in a second when you're not looking at me. But I'm going to look straight forward, guys, and I'm going to take my hands. I'm going to put them out here. I can't see my hands. I'm going to take my hands until they come into my peripheral vision. I'm going to pull my elbows into my sides a little bit, right? That's the hand position that I'm going to use when I skip, okay? What's happening with Donal is when he's doing single unders, he stays here. When he does his double under, he goes 1 and 2, and he pulls back here, okay? What's happening that is that the actual point where the rope passes under your feet is now changing. So the time and the tempo of your jump no longer works because the rope is in a different place than it was for the first 4 jumps. Okay, so I want you guys just to stand up. We can do this drill together. You don't need a rope, but if you have it, it's fine. You guys are going to stand off wherever you're skipping. Put your eyes straight forward or maybe slightly above eye line, looking forward. Put your hands way out behind you. Shouldn't be able to see them. Now, looking at that same spot, guys, don't look for your hands, but I want you to pull those hands forward until you can see them in your peripheral vision. When you do, just stop. Okay? KB, there's no way you can see your hands there. Yeah. Can you? Okay. Now, guys, just bend those elbows a little bit so that they're in next to your side. That's better. There we go. So T, that might be a little bit far forward for you. And Danielle, I think your elbows need to be a little bit straighter. There you go. Yeah. So guys, that is the position. Now, if you guys make wrist circles in that position, almost all of the double under whip should come from those wrists. You guys shouldn't need to do the windmill from either the elbow or the shoulder in order to get that skip, right? This should be like, I was talking to Sarah last week. This should be like you guys going for like a 400-meter run. It's not super hard. You're not sprinting. It's nice and steady. You're going to breathe. But most of the movement is coming from the wrist, not this massive stressful sprint from the shoulder. Okay? Let's go back, guys. We're still going to do 4+1. And I want you guys thinking about that hand position. So before you start skipping, even if you need more than 4 reps to get started, make sure your hands are in the right spot. Sorry, you can't see mine. Make sure your hands are in the right spot before you even attempt that double under. Okay? Off you go, guys. Let's give it 4 or 5 more attempts. So Donald, even if you're pulling them back behind you a little bit, I want you to fix that on those singles. So if you're going to connect them and keep moving, pull those hands back to that starting setup position. Go on, T. Now, T, are you still looking at one spot on that wall in front of you? Make sure you don't move. That's going to help you not see how when you did your jump, you kind of jumped backwards a lot. Keep your eyes glued on that spot. That should help you maintain your position. Lovely. So guys, just pause there real quick. We're going to continue working on this drill for a minute. But what I'm going to say, guys, is I want everybody to breathe. Everybody's a little bit stressful looking. Just relax. Just try to have a good time with it. I know it can be painful and it can stress you out. Just have a good time with it. I am going to let a couple people move on. Danielle, if you want to start working on a few skips and then trying to link double unders, perfect. But I don't want you to alternate, guys, for everyone. I don't want you to alternate back and forth between doubles and single unders. The reason being, like we talked about at the start, your jump height is different and the timing of the rope is different. And if you alternate between a single and a double, you don't train consistency. Has anybody stood in here and watched like both Dave and Fergal have killer double unders? Have you guys ever watched them skip? They're just steady. They just whip them out. They can both do like 100 in a row, right? They just relax and get into a rhythm. If they were going to try to do 20, and they're like, geez, I'm knackered. I'm going to do a few singles and try to catch my breath. It throws that rhythm off. We want to make sure we're building a habit and looking for the consistency of the double under. You guys are all fine at single unders. We don't care about them. Okay. So if you're going to add more double unders in, I want you trying to link them sequentially, not go back and forth between dub and single. Does that make sense for everybody? Perfect. So if you guys want to start moving towards more than 1 rep, that's fine. If not, just work that consistency of 4 and 1. Danielle, go ahead.
So like 1 dub, stop. 2 dubs, stop.
Nope,
3
you
dubs,
can
stop.
do singles and warm into it, but when you start double unders, stay doing double unders until you're like either I'm knackered or you fail out.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So KB, I just want a second whip there, right? Go for that second attempt if you want. Yeah, Jackie, just one thing there I was saying, try to stay really high on your toes. It's hard to see on your camera, but it looks like your heels go towards the floor. If you land flat-footed, it'll be really hard for you to rebound, and chances are it'll be late. That's not it, Danielle. Lovely. So Danielle, looking at you from the side, you're windmilling from the shoulder. Your whole arms are doing this, right? Pull those elbows into your side, because what happens if you look here, I know I've said this to you before, if your arms come out, that rope gets short. There's no way it'll pass under. So if you bring those elbows in, that'll give you plenty of distance for that rope to go under your feet. Come on, KB. T. Let's just make sure you're all right. I know, and I'm sure you're getting frustrated. Are you whipping yourself yet? Just make sure you're staying high on those toes. The same thing I was saying to Jackie there. If you or if anyone lands flat-footed, you can rebound and jump off of that same flat foot, but it takes longer. And chances are that at that point, you're not going to be able to get up off the ground fast enough for the rope to continue to travel. Did that go under? Nice.
It goes under, but then it hits me in the head. It doesn't come back over.
Okay, do it one more time. I think that's going to be down to your hand position only.
Okay.
That was all right. Yeah, that was okay. Just looking here real quick, KB, make sure you're not bending your knees, right? Stay on the balls of your toes and point those legs nice and long.
Yeah.
You're starting to tuck the knees up behind, and that'll make it work. You'll continue to get your dubs, but it's a huge amount of work.
Yeah, and is that as well would contribute to my knees being sore when I'm coming down? Because they're coming.
Could be. It's probably a combination. Like it could be everything from running and CrossFit and like everything else you're doing as well. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, Donald, the biggest thing that I can say for you is you're moving that rope from the shoulder. I want you to try to move the rope from the wrist. Okay.
Yeah, I think I know what you're saying. I'm sort of getting my four easy skips, and then I sort of whip down from my shoulder to get the double under.
Yeah, just make sure that you're concentrating even on the single unders of that motion coming from the wrist. And then when you go to do the double under, just double time it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Guys, just bring it in real quick. Nice, Jackie. That was close. Jackie, for your second jump, you just need to jump a little bit higher. Your first one's going under just fine, but you're trying to go too fast. So if you just slow that down a little bit, you'll be flying.
Getting it like at least 5 to 7 out of 10 times, I would say.
Lovely. Perfect.
Than last week.
Yeah, guys, we're just going to wrap this up because I'm going to let Lauren come on. She's going to do CrossFit. So if anybody's sticking around, you can hang around for that. But just think about the stuff that we've talked about. A lot of this is just that spending time practicing 5 minutes a day and just looking at everybody, myself included. Make sure you breathe. Anytime you get stressed or worked up, you're probably going to hold your breath. That makes all of this harder. Just stay nice and relaxed. Think about your setup. Where are my hands positioned? Where's my torso positioned? Where are my feet? Make sure I'm on the ball of the foot. Make sure I'm not kind of bucking or tucking in the middle or at the knee, right? Everybody should be at least able for that 4+1. And I know it sounds really boring to be stopping every 5 reps, but resetting and training that tempo of learning the double under pace of the rope, you'll get there. You'll move on then to 3 singles and 2 doubles, and you'll just be linking 2 doubles for a while. Once you get the hang of that, by the time you're getting 5, you'll be flying through to 10 and 20 in no time.
Thanks, Richie.
You're very welcome, guys. Big high five. Good to
Thanks.
see your faces. If you're hanging around for CrossFit, Lauren will be on shortly.
See you guys.
Thanks, Richie.
You're very welcome.
Richie.
guys.